Hi everyone, good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in. Today, I have my special guest again, and she's really extra special because she's the queen. And I'm so thankful that the queen made time for myself. And then we're just happy. But first of all, I just wanted to give a shout out to Miss Janet. Thank you for the questions that your kids did send. And there were a lot of questions, but what I did was I just cut them down just because it will take us almost forever to do the Q&A portion. So I'm so glad that the queen made time for me. So here we go. So good afternoon, my queen.
Good afternoon, my princess. She's my princess. So.
And thank you so much for the privilege of your time. And I just wanted to say that I'm so happy that you really have given the time for the kids, and I'm very thankful for it. And
Right.
then, so the questions are kind of longer, and so she's ready for the answer, kids. So here we go. So, okay. Like I said, this is from Miss Janet's class, and actually, it's been a compilation. I mean, not compilation, it's like a group of different kids, okay?
Perfect.
So, the first question came from Andy. And Andy, here's the question for you to the queen, okay? Andy's question is: how big is Bolivia?
Well, Bolivia, even though it's in South America and is in the middle of South America, is really big compared with other countries. Bolivia has an extension of 1,098,581 square kilometers, and that is currently. But in the past, we have was bigger, but we lost a lot of ground, so that is the current square feet that we have.
Okay. Wow, that is really, really big.
Yeah, it's really big.
So
Bolivia has.
that's good to know. And then, so the next question came from Cassie. Cassie's question is: what is the climate in Bolivia?
Well, the climate in Bolivia range between humid to tropical and cold. So we have different kind of weathers depending of the state.
Mhm.
So we have 9 states in Bolivia, and 3 states are super cold. 3 states are kind of spring the whole year, and the another 3 states are super hot and humid, and it's amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow. So, what do you guys do? Wow, I'm now the one asking. This is my question. So, what do you guys do on summer when it's really hot?
Well, I was born in Santa Cruz, Bolivia. That was
Okay.
one of the cities that is super hot most of the year. And unfortunately, we don't have sea,
Yeah.
but we have beautiful rivers,
Oh, wow.
and also other parks, like water parks that we can enjoy.
Yeah, wow,
during
that
summer.
sounds cool. Let's go to Bolivia now.
Yes.
Okay, so next question came from Jan, and then it says, what does Bolivia look like? So basically, it's kind of tough, but just kind of describe it in a way.
Yeah, it's as I mentioned before, as we have different weathers.
Mm-hmm.
So we have things like a lot of mountains,
Mm-hmm.
and also we have very tropical. So it's kind of a unique country because you can see different options. Like if you wanna go to the mountain, you can go. If you wanna just hiking in the forest,
Mhm.
also you can go over there.
Oh, wow.
So it's hard to describe, but
Yeah.
It's depending of the state that you are looking for or what do you want to do.
Oh,
So
okay.
you can choose.
Wow, there's a lot of things to do then.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a really good place for vacation. So kids, you finish school, go to work, save your money. Let's go to Bolivia.
Yes.
And you pay for my plane ticket. I'm just kidding. We'll go on vacation. I'll be your tour guide with the queen. Okay.
And the princess.
Yeah. So, okay, now the next question came from Miguel, and Miguel's question is, what language does Bolivia speak?
Bolivia, the first language is Spanish.
Okay.
So this is our first language. But also we have another language like indigenous language. We have Quechua, Aymara, and Guarani. That is the three main indigenous language that.
But are kind of, okay, this is me asking, okay, are they kind of the same, or they really speak differently, or just a similarity? I'm just curious.
It's different.
Oh, so it's totally a different language?
Totally a different language.
Oh,
And we have like
wow.
rules for each language. So yeah.
Oh, wow. So they would not really have the same meaning at all?
No,
or something?
not at all.
Wow. That's really interesting.
And Quechua is one of the biggest language, indigenous language. In Quechua, speak indigenous people since like Ecuador to all Cordillera Los Andes. All those people, indigenous people, speak like Quechua.
Oh, wow. Do you speak?
Unfortunately, no.
Even a tiny one? Poquito?
When I was in college in Bolivia, I was learning some Quechua, but
you changed. She forgot.
yeah, I forgot.
The queen made her rules.
And I remember the bad words that I won't say that. Yeah.
That's always the case. You remember the bad words.
That's always.
So, okay, let's move along. So, here's a question from Sandy. Sandy's question is, what kind of animals live in Bolivia?
Well, as we have different kind of lands, we have different kind of animals as well. But the most popular are the llama, because it's in the Andes. Guanaco is kind of cousins. And alpaca, they are very familiar, are the same, like
in the same family.
in the same family. Also, we have a very unique birds, like the Bolivian black bear. That is a unique. And also we have other bears like the blue macaw bear.
Oh wow, that's I like the macaw. You know, do they talk?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Are they expensive?
Actually, no. I remember my mom when I was little. She had a one.
Okay, I just want to say this one. I have should I say I call him my nephew, but not really. I mean, he's the son of my very close friend that I consider my little sister, Annalie. So Annalie's, one of Annalie's son is Franco. Pangkoy. So Franco wants and keeps on asking me, Mamita, can you buy me a parrot? And when I think of parrots, it's the macaw, because I know the macaw talks. So,
at least are the same family.
yeah. So, Pangkoy, we have to go to Bolivia to get you the parrot, because I keep on telling him, next year, I'll give you the parrot, husband and wife.
Yeah.
This is just, okay. So anyway, what do you call this one? So here's a question from Peter, which is, I think, one of my favorites. Is there a pizza in Bolivia?
Of course, yes. We have, I will say, the best pizza
Oh.
because we have a lot of influence from Europe. So, so we
Okay.
have a very good pizza there.
Italy.
Yeah.
So Italian. So what do you call this one? I love pizza. I really put this question because it's really one of my best. I mean, I don't know why, but I just love pizza. So I made it to I made it sure that these questions get
So if you go to Bolivia, you can eat pizza.
Oh, what's the famous pizza? You know how they have veggie, Hawaiian. Maybe they call it a different name, but what's the popular one?
I think it's the
They're
same
all
name.
the same.
Yeah, the same names.
Okay. Well, I was just wondering, since I love pizza, I might just go there for the pizza. I'll have the queen give me a tour for all the pizza places.
Yeah, why not, right?
Yeah. So, okay, here's a question from Carlos. Carlos' question is, what is the national fruit of Bolivia?
Well, we have different unique fruits, but I think the one is the national could be the achachairu or Garcinia humidity is in I saw that in Asia
Mm-hmm.
they have very similar fruit, but I'm not quite sure if
How do we call it? Okay.
Yeah.
Since I do not have the picture, I do not know either, and I've heard of the Garcinia, but I think I saw how it looks like. But
Yeah.
then at the same time, it looks like the granada
Yes.
that we call in the Philippines. It's like the granada fruit. And
so, and we have the granada also.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I love the granada. It's really a good one. Kind of like the pomegranate version over here,
Yeah.
but only in a different way. But wow, that is really good. I feel like I wanna. What's the other one? It was kind of hard to say the name.
Yeah, achachairu is the how we call.
Yeah.
That is.
What's the similarity? I never heard of it. What's like? It looks like kind of what fruit?
No, it's the same fruit. It's the
okay.
Garcinia.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's just a different name.
Yeah, how we
okay.
call in Bolivia.
Oh, okay.
And it's delicious. And we make like juices, we make ice cream.
Oh, wow.
It's amazing.
Wow, that is really nice. Okay. Now that's another thing. Aside from pizza, I really have to go to Bolivia for the ice cream. Okay. Kids, let's all go to Bolivia for ice cream.
Yeah, we can have a trip.
Yeah, that's true. And then now here's another question from I'll just go for Juan first. Juan's question is, what is the capital of Bolivia?
Well, that is a lot of discussion about this because in some countries like US they teach that La Paz is the capital, but the reality is Sucre is the capital of Bolivia, and La Paz is just where the administrative structure and legislative branches are. So it's like the White House here.
Yeah.
But La Paz is not the capital. The capital is Sucre.
Sucre. Oh, okay. So those are, I mean, that's also the same as when you're a Bolivian, your capital is Sucre,
Yes.
not La Paz.
No, La
But it was just the United States that made it La Paz instead of Sucre.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you hear that one, kids? So in case you're gonna have a test or a trivia, you know the answer. Okay, don't forget that one.
Yeah, Sucre.
Sucre. So, what do you call this one? The next question came from Sonia, and Sonia's question is, what is the national bird? This time, the first one was fruit,
No.
and now this one is the bird of Bolivia.
Well, we have the condor, the Andean condor.
Oh, is that?
That's-
okay.
This is for Los
Hey,
Andes.
I didn't know that. Now I learned something.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, like the Cordillera Los Andes, since Ecuador to Chile, and this is a very popular bird on those area. So the condor is our national bird, and it's not just for Bolivia, also it's Chile, Colombia, and Ecuador.
Oh wow!
So,
So it's like 4 countries.
yeah, 4 countries that
Yeah.
have the same bear as a national bear.
Wow, that's very interesting. So see, kids, that one would come up probably on a test or a trivia. Take note of that one. So it includes 4 countries. So okay, now we're almost done. So here we go. Grace's question is, how many? Which I believe you have already said,
Yeah.
but just to in case of those who didn't hear it. How many languages does Bolivia have?
Yeah, as I mentioned, the primary language is Spanish,
Mm-hmm.
and then we have 3 indigenous language. That is
Okay.
Quechua, Aymara, and Guarani.
Okay. So, and now we're going to Lorraine's question. What is the most, okay, here's the other one. I think this is my third favorite. First was the pizza. The next has to do with the fruit. And then I guess the other one now is this. What is the most popular food in Bolivia?
Well, it's depending of the state, but one of the most popular international is the we call salteñas.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a empanada, but we cook like in the oven,
Uh-huh.
and you can put like even veggie. You can put like chicken,
Mhm.
meat, beef, like any kind of meat,
Mhm.
or just vegetables.
Mhm.
And it's juicy, and you don't have to fry it. It should be in the oven, and it's amazing. That is the most like popular, I would say.
Mhm.
But also we have different kind of food depending of the state.
Mhm.
And another one that is very popular is like we call sopa de maní or peanut soup. And everybody says, maybe I don't like it, but it's delicious. Let me tell you.
Oh, okay. So actually, like this, empanada is really one of my favorites because I grew up. My grandma have a restaurant, and my aunt she bakes a lot. That's where I kind of watch them. How with the baking and the cooking and stuff. And then empanada, I really remember she makes me the smallest empanada. But our empanada in the Philippines, I never remember we baked it. It's always a deep fry. So it's like you made the dough and then there's always meat on it. It's ground pork with raisins, and then that's like sort of the special. And then you have the she boiled the hard-boiled egg and then put some in there, and which is really delicious. So,
Yeah, and we have the similar empanadas and like fry as well. But the salteñas is very similar, but the spices that they use to make it is a little different. It should be in the oven. And it's a very special way how they prepare, because they have to prepare in advance, like a night before, and then they have to put in the fridge because it's a lot of juice. So if you put in the fridge, like the juicy, like is kind of jelly, and then when you put in the oven, it's like it's ready. And you eat, it's amazing, it's delicious, juicy. Oh my God, now I'm flavoring my mouth.
I'm putting the queen on the spot. She has to teach me to do their empanada version because I know our empanada version. So I should learn the Bolivian
Salteñas.
Yeah, salteñas.
Yeah, we have also empanadas, very similar.
Yeah.
And I make like chicken empanadas, this is my specialty.
Yeah, ours is, I haven't tried the chicken. I've always had ground pork or ground beef for empanada, but I'll try the chicken.
Yeah, the chicken
That's
is
something
delicious.
for me to do. So, okay, now we're down to the very last question, and this is coming from Alberto. What makes Bolivia famous?
Well, I will say that obviously our culture, because we have a lot of indigenous culture, and we have a Spanish cultural architect, and the most amazing place is El Salar de Uyuni. that I think I made you in the
Yeah.
first video.
Yeah.
And this is a desert, like salt
Yeah.
desert, that when people went to the moon, it's the only thing that they can see from the moon,
Yeah.
and it's kind of a mirror.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's amazing. That is the most famous place that you can.
Yeah.
I will say that Bolivia has.
And that's what made Bolivia being in my bucket list, because I wanted to see the mirror since I cannot go in the moon. And then they said that just like the what do you call this one? The Great Wall of China, that's the one you can see in the moon as well. So
See?
it's nice to be able to go there, even that you haven't been, I mean, you can go to the moon yet. They're so expensive. So maybe eventually they'll make the fare cheaper, then we can go.
Yeah, hopefully.
So hopefully, probably, maybe soon. Who knows?
Who knows?
So anyway, my queen, I thank you so much, so much for the privilege of your time, and you as well, kids. Thank you for always tuning in. And I probably, after a few of the interviews we have, for the Q&A, we have to go through again to get some more questions. So kids, I'll try the best I can to accommodate all your questions to ask the queen, so that nobody would feel bad. Oh, I was not, my question didn't go through. All questions were good. There's no not bad questions. But since they are kind of similar, so I just kind of cut them down because it's really too many. And with the queen's schedule, I really have to book her because, I mean, it's so hard. She flies over here, she goes over here,
A
meetings.
busy woman.
Yeah, meetings here, meetings there, back-to-back meetings, so that's why I'm very thankful that she gave me this time. So everyone, we just wanted to say good night on your end, good afternoon from our end. So we'll see you again next time. So thank you so much and enjoy this Q&A, and then I promise it's not the last of the queen. And thank you so much for always watching my show, and then you guys have a good night. Okay, for now we just want to say bye.
Bye. Have a good night.